Hey, what's up everybody? Guess what? I am going to the dark side and got myself a custom hitbox over here. Or I guess a leverless controller if you want to call it. It's not actually a hitbox. I looked at the price of the hitbox and I figured that for that money I might as well just get like a custom built one. And that's what I did. I got somebody to make a custom case for me. As you can see, I got some of these buttons over here, and along with the Christmas color over here with green or red, I guess. I didn't know what other color to get, so that's what I went with. And I have myself the Brook Universal Fight Board here that I'll be installing with, and here's some ground cables that I got. So from our nice buddies over at Focus Tech, a nice sound buttons. The only thing is that I didn't realize that this was actually built for the smaller 24mm buttons instead of the 30 ones. So, but whatever. I'm just like building this for fun, just to try it out, you know, something new. I doubt I'll be using it seriously, but I just want to try something out, see what all the buzz is about, and maybe give it a try when Street Fighter 6 drops. So yeah, I'm gonna open this up and then make the connections, and then we'll test it out. Also want to note that you have to have these gizmos, these USB connectors in the back here, and look, these are various colors. I didn't color coordinate very well. I didn't think too much ahead, but whatever. The wood is very nice. I'm not a wood craftsman, that's why I had the job done by somebody else on Etsy, and they did a very nice job. Maybe I'll leave a link below if you want to get yourself one of these custom build cases yourself, and you want to do something like this yourself. Alright, let's get going. Now I do have a whole bunch of these extra connection cables that I got from other old arcade projects that I've been doing, and they should work perfectly well for these connectors. I only need one connector for the signal, as I have a daisy chain for the ground. If you don't have these just sitting around, they're pretty cheap. I think you just get them off of Amazon. You can see there's nothing much in this board, just various buttons. Once it's connected, hopefully I can organize it a little bit so it's not a complete mess, and then we'll close it up and try it out. Okay, we're not doing anything fancy here, just stripping these cables real fast, and I'm going to be sticking them right in here for each button. I've already done a couple of them. I'm going to do the rest of them, then I'll start plugging them into the buttons. Okay, now we have it all wired up. I try to tape these extra cables to the side a little bit. Hopefully that keeps it out of the way. And also for the book board, I added just a few small wood screws here to keep it in place. I was gonna tape it with double-sided tape initially, but I felt like it was gonna move and it wouldn't stick on very well to the wood. So I think this way it's pretty sturdy on here, so it shouldn't move at all. And then I need to connect the cables to the outside port, and then we can try it out. Okay, this cable has arrived, and now just hook up this with the external connector now. So now everything's done, I can close it up. Alright, it's all closed up. I'm just ready to give it a try, give it a whirl. So I finally got my Leverless controller / hitbox here completed. Now it's all plugged in. And I just want to try to sit out and demonstrate some stuff. And I feel like a lot of stuff that you can do on this thing is easier than on the joystick. Once you get the execution down, it's just, you have to practice it still because it's different. But I think it's a lot more precise in the inputs, which makes things a bit easier. And like one thing I noticed that's much easier for me was to do the standing medium punch into the cancel into the super, especially from the P1 side, because the inputs here and there are down, forward, and let release, and then like this. So down, forward, release. So we do quicker. So you can obviously speed that up once you get your execution a little better. And some people might find it harder to use this because maybe their left hand isn't as coordinated, or it's just like weaker in the fingers generally. If you play an instrument, like if you play piano or guitar, actually, which I do, I play guitar and piano, so I found that my coordination is actually okay with my left hand. and my finger strength was actually okay, especially with the ring finger and the middle finger, because these tend to be weaker fingers. Especially like I learned that from playing guitar. You need to really practice these fingers because you're not going to be as strong with these muscles. So you just do your exercises, and then a little bit of exercise, and eventually your fingers get stronger. And don't do it until like your fingers start hurting. It's like stop if anything starts hurting. So that's just a little advice on how to strengthen your hands to use your fingers. And also make sure you have good technique. You have to, well, just like the piano teacher, you have to keep your fingers curled. I think helps. Minimum of movement. Like don't hit it like this. Like that's gonna be more not very ergonomic for you. So try to keep it light, nice and relaxed. Always nice and relaxed, so you don't have too much tension in your fingers. So this is exactly what they say when you're playing the guitar. So it's a lot of useful techniques with the fingers. So anyways, so let me try to demonstrate the standing medium punch and cancel the super. So
we like to call big damage.
So as you can see, my coordination isn't right yet because I see my inputs as I'm not letting go of the forward before hitting down. So you need to let go of the forward. So down forward, let go, and down. Like that. And I find doing that much easier than like going like this with the joystick, right? It's a lot less effort just in your fingers. So with a little bit of practice, you should be able to get that 100% of the time. So let's see where I'm missing. So part of it is if you're hitting the first two buttons separately, you're not going to get that diagonal. And I feel like in new games, this would be a lot more lenient. So since this is an older game, you do have to get the exact inputs. And I don't really plan to use this controller for old games. I mainly just built it just for fun, and I figured I'll probably use it for a game like Street Fighter 6 or something. So you probably don't even need to have clean execution in that thing. But I just want to try it out to see how good or easy it is some of these moves are. So once you get the feel of it, like you kind of know when you did it right. Yeah. So the first one's got to be a little more smoother. The second one, lift, then 1, 2. And as you can see from the second player, you're gonna have to use these two fingers. I guess you could do this, but I think it's easier if you just train your muscles for these for your middle finger and ring finger. So another thing I noticed is a lot easier is to get the super jumps. So with the joystick, you have to push down up, and to get the super jumps, with this, it's just a button taps, right? So like you can always like you'll get the super jump. Because sometimes I still like don't get the super jump when I want it. Right. So I'm hitting down, forward, or down, forward, and this. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But I'm holding these two first. Right. You always get the super jump. This is it's a lot easier, I think. And another thing that I noticed is a lot easier is instant overheads. So instant overheads, like you have to time the up and down motion with the joystick, but with this, it's like you can just like the super jump, right? You can just you hold forward and hit up, and immediately hold down and then hit like. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. So I have to think my brain into getting used to this. So there you go. So I feel like you can get this much quicker because there's quicker movement to getting it down, right? See. So that's also very useful. So right there, there's still already a lot of things that I feel like are much easier on this controller. And also, I also found to doing RCs to be a lot more consistent because I kind of know when I'm hitting like not forward with when to roll. So you can time your rolling action between the RCs to be a lot more consistent, right? So right there, I know like I'm down here and I can hit the roll and then do forward into the punch, right? So I find it to be much easier to do RC. Let's switch to Ryu. I think it's a lot more like RC Hadokens are really easy, quarter circle motions.
Wow, they came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round.
You see all these, I feel like RCs is just much easier than this thing. Okay, there you go, there's RC. So much easier, I feel like. RC Hurricane Kick. Much easier. So there you have it, guys. I may do some more videos in the future about like using this controller once I get better at it. I'll probably, when Street Fighter 6 drops, you know, try to figure out some tips and tricks for doing that. And hopefully I'll be better at using this. But like I said, I don't really plan to use this for like old games or anything. Probably just Street Fighter 6, but it's just a fun thing to try out and to see the strength of it. I haven't tried any charge character yet, but I feel like they're even stronger because you can just hold down and jump, and then you'll have instant charge, right? But that's just with this game. Like I don't know how the controls are for each game. If you hold both directions, you get neutral in this game, left and right. But you can jump while still holding down, right? So that's definitely an advantage for charge characters. Another thing is you have to practice all the motions like the Dragon Punch. So forward down, then like that. So four. And I feel like it's much easier. You can do it much faster. So then with the joystick, definitely stuff like that. So definitely a cool controller, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I'll be practicing with it. And yeah, and you guys have any questions? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.